Hello there, I am Ginkgo, the Silver Fox, the Kitsune with the silver and golden heart. And it's time to go back down memory lane once more. Hello Dragon, yes, long time no see. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you will enjoy your time. Yes, there is a reason for me to be darker. I will be playing through a little bit of the Warcraft 3 campaign, and I will be focusing on the race of Night Elves. I think it's only fitting since I am playing at night time. So, for those who may be unfamiliar with this new type of series, I am playing a little bit of the games that had an impact on me and have a special place in my heart, and the goal is not to play through all of it. I'm not gonna make a whole series of the game's playthrough. It's imagine it like a slice of cake to hopefully whet your appetite to it. And in this particular case, I will be showing off bits and pieces of the story so that you get the general gist of the idea, and I will be playing through a couple of missions. Now, fortunately, the original Warcraft 3 is no longer available, not through legal means at least. They released the reforged version a couple of days ago. Well, what am I saying? Years ago, not days. And it received lukewarm reception at best, but I think it's still nice that they updated some of the graphics, and while they didn't deliver on all of their promises, I think it still holds up nicely, and the story is still great. I remember when, even before I had a computer, I went to a net cafe with my friends. Well, multiple net cafes. There were quite a few back in the day in my city. And we played, of course, a lot of online games, but some of it were single-player games, and Warcraft 3 was one of them. I remember playing through the prologue campaign a few times until I finally got the hang of it, and then later on, when I got my own computer, I actually made sure I would acquire Warcraft 3 itself. Now, Warcraft 3 initially came out with the title Reign of Chaos, and then there was an expansion to it called the Frozen Throne, which added, of course, new units, some new mechanics, and of course additional campaign as well. Tonight I will be going through the original campaign. I might do the Frozen Throne expansion at some point, but let me indulge you with the story for a bit. So I'm not gonna be playing any of the missions yet. I will just be going through cutscenes. Let me see. Yeah, so this is like the intro of it. Of course, when they have done the Reforge, they also redid the cinematics.
The cries of war echo upon the winds. The remnants of the past scar the land. Which is besieged once again by conflict.
Raven is here. By the way, did you play this dragon, or is this the first time you've heard of the Warcraft series? See the orcish horde marching.
Heroes arise to
The
challenge
human
fate
alliance.
and lead their brethren to battle. As mortal armies rush blindly towards their doom, the burning shadow comes to consume us all. You must rally the Horde and lead your people to their destiny.
That guy there is good old Prawl,
Seek me out.
the war chief of the new horde. He receives a vision in his dreams, and he knows that he must lead his people to another continent in order to prevent the Great Cataclysm.
What kind of nightmare was that?
It was not a nightmare, young war chief, but a vision. Follow me, and I will reveal what your future holds.
So yeah,
I
this is
don't know
basically
what
the
this is all
tutorial of
about.
the game.
But I'll play along.
But I won't be going through that just now. Let's switch to another game, or another campaign rather. So there are different chapters, and you have to go through each in order to progress through it. I think the only exception is the prologue campaign, but you have the human campaign, which is all about the tragic fall of the kingdom of Lordaeron, Path of the Damned, the introduction to the Scourge, the army of the undead, invasion of Kalimdor, the orcs' fate after they left the lands of Lordaeron in the new, well, it's new for them, the new continent of Kalimdor, and Eternity's End. This was the final chapter of the original Warcraft 3 campaign. It's all about the Night Elves. Hey! Thank you for the raid. I guess you are done with your little Marvel game for tonight. Perhaps you're tired and you would love to head to bed. Hello, hello. Thank you for dropping in. How did it go? Did you win at the end? I mean, even if you didn't, as long as you had fun, I ended in victory, thankfully. Nice, nice, very nice. Well, thank you, Neo, and be sure to rest up, and don't forget to hydrate and enjoy your day off tomorrow. If you want to stick around and watch me play Warcraft 3 for a bit, you are more than welcome, of course. If if you're not too tired. I don't know if you guys played this before, but this was one of the games of my childhood. I played it even before I had a computer because I played it on inside the net cafe, you know, where you paid for time in order to access the computers and the internet. And I'm not gonna play through the whole thing because in the Nostalgia series I just want to show it off a bit, reminisce about the past, and hopefully maybe inspire people to play it themselves. Okay, so this Warcraft series preceded the MMO. So we had Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, which I didn't play personally, but then we got to Warcraft 3, and I'm just gonna summarize the story a little bit by playing the cinematics. Before I arrive at the Night Elf campaign, my favorite race from the game, and then I'll be able to actually show off some gameplay. Let's play all these lovely cinematics, so get yourself comfortable. And yes, I am mimicking the colors of one of my monitors, that's why you might see my skin tone change every now and then. So the same prophet that could turn into a raven, who warned the Orcish horde and Thrall more specifically to go to another land, now tries to warn the humans. But the humans end up not being as receptive, unfortunately.
We've received reports that the orcs are regrouping.
Certainly the recent attacks against the internment camps are evidence enough.
Agreed. The Horde is on the move. This is absurd. My nation will not stand by and watch as the Horde masses on our very doorstep.
The orcs are not our primary concern here. How many times must I repeat myself? King Tyrannus, you must heed my warning.
Yes.
This plague that has gripped the Northlands could have dire ramifications.
Plague? You wizards are just being paranoid.
Oh, this is the reforged version that came out a couple of years ago. It's not the original. That one, unfortunately, is no longer available, not through legal means, at least.
As I have said, the Kirin Tor are already prepared to place the villagers under strict quarantine.
I will not institute quarantine without proof of your claims, Ambassador. The people of Lordaeron have...
He just seems very tired and done with it all.
Lands. Yet prisoners they are, good king.
That's
What is
Medivh,
the meaning of this? Who
The-
are you?
Great
Humanity
Guardian.
is in peril. The tides of darkness have come again, and the whole world is poised upon the brink of war.
Enough of this. Guards, remove this madman.
Hear me. The only hope for your people is to travel west, to the forgotten lands of Kalimdor.
West. Are you mad?
Hold, Ambassador. I don't know who you are or what you believe, but this is not the time for wrangling prophets. Our lands are beset by conflict, but it shall be we who decide how best to protect our people, not you. Now, be gone.
I failed humanity once before, and I will not do so again. If you cannot take up this cup, then I shall find another who will. A warning has been given.
Yes,
Their
it
fate
is,
not
unfortunately.
their own.
I mean, he could have gone into more details than just Tides of Darkness and Doom and yeah. But alas, it was not meant to be. So the king does try to investigate the orcish movements and the plague with the help of his son, Prince Arthas. And Arthas is eventually given help by the mages of the Kirin Tor, and more specifically a...
You must be wiser than the king.
Ah,
the end
there
is
you go.
near.
I told you before.
The prophet
I'm not
tries
interested
again.
in this nonsense.
Then I've wasted my time here.
But the Archmage is not interested either.
You can show yourself now, Jaina. He's gone.
You probably know Jaina if you know the Warcraft
I'm sorry
universe.
for eavesdropping, Master, but
She's a fan
It's your
favorite.
inquisitive nature that I've come to rely on, child. That crazed fool's convinced that the world is about to end.
I've heard the rumors of the plague spreading throughout the
Love how you
Northlands.
can watch all the
Do you
background
truly
stuff
believe that the plague is magical in nature?
with the sorcerers and
strong
mages
possibility.
practicing.
That's why I need you to travel there and investigate the matter. I've arranged for a special envoy to assist you.
Yes, Master. I'll do my best.
I know you will, child. Farewell.
That golem's arm fell off, but just puts it back on right away. And it fell off again. Never noticed that part. Yes, the typical polymorph spell consists of turning your enemies into sheep.
Prince Arthas, we've been waiting here for hours. Are you sure this friend of yours is coming?
I'm sure. Jaina usually runs a little late.
Ah. It's a nice little cutscene here.
We must
Jaina
help
is
her.
attacked by ogres.
Stay your blade, Captain. She can take care of herself.
Yeah, she don't need no man.
Gentlemen, meet Miss Jaina Proudmoore, Special Agent to the Kirin Tor, and one of the most talented sorceresses in the land. It looks like you haven't lost your touch. It's good to see you again, Jaina.
You too, Arthas. It's been a while since a prince escorted me anywhere.
Yes, it has. Well, I guess we should get underway.
Our sources believe the plague originated in the region
You
north
can probably
of here.
tell that they
We should check
were
out the villages along
a
the King's
couple
Road.
a while back, but yeah, that's the official lore. Arthas and Jaina used to go out, but then Jaina wanted to focus on her studies, and of course, Arthas as the prince had other obligations as well. So yeah, Jaina and Arthas set out to investigate the origins of the plague. And fortunately, I no way other than quitting the mission to go back to the previous menu. So it will show up as a loss. And it's fine. So they do find necromancers who are spreading the plague, and entire villages and towns get infected. And the prince eventually makes his way towards Stratholm, hoping to find the origin and the masterminds of it. He does manage to take down one of them, a former Kirin Tor mage called Kel'Thuzad, who has turned evil. And he does manage to stop him, but Kel'Thuzad gives a warning that his death does not change things at all. So here in this interlude, we see poor Medivh try for a third time to warn the humans, but we'll see how it goes.
Greetings, young prince. We must talk.
I have no time for this.
Listen to me, boy. This land is lost. The shadow has already fallen, and nothing you do will deter it. If you truly wish to save your people, lead them across the sea.
to the west.
Flee? My place is here, and my only course is to defend my people.
Then your choice is already made. Just remember, the harder you strive to slay your enemies, the faster you'll deliver your people right into their hands.
I'm sorry for concealing myself, Arthas. I just wanted to...
Don't say it.
I sense tremendous power about him, Arthas. Maybe he's right. Maybe he does know what will happen.
Nothing he can say will make me abandon my homeland, Jaina. I don't care if that madman has seen the future. Let's go.
Okay, so Arthas doesn't want to hear it either. Jaina does seem to be willing to listen, though. And later they do arrive the city of Stratholme, and this is where we see the
Glad
first...
you could make it, Uther.
Watch your tone with me, boy.
The first steps
You
of
may be the
Arthas,
prince, but I'm
Arthas's
still your
tragic
superior as a
fall.
paladin.
As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about the plague you should know. Oh no. We're too late. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead. This entire city must be purged.
What? How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
You are not my king yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason? Have you lost your mind, Arthas?
Have I? Lord Uther, by my right of succession and the sovereignty of my crown, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your paladins from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done. Those of you who have the will to save this land, follow me. The rest of you, get out of my sight.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
Yeah, he is. But for him, this was the only true solution. Let's actually trigger.
Justice
I believe
shall
we
be done.
trigger the next cutscene as soon as we enter Stratholme. So
A sound plan.
let's watch that. Oh, dragon! It looks like you caught Nana-chan. Congratulations, the Dorito cat.
Father, forgive me for what I must do.
Yeah, there we go.
I've been waiting for you, young prince. I am Mal'Ganis. As you can see, your people are now mine. I will now turn this city household by household until the flame of life has been snuffed out forever.
I won't allow it, Mal'Ganis. Better that these people die by my hand than serve as your slaves in death.
Oh, that was me. Okay. Oh, it also got a long neck. So yeah, this is an interesting mission and also very stressful because it's a race against time. You have to basically destroy houses and kill zombies before... and kill 100 of them before Mal'Ganis claims 100 of them. And of course Mal'Ganis can attack you over time and he's a pretty high level hero. And your base is also getting attacked in the same time. But yeah, let me skip to the end of it. After the calling, we have another cutscene, where we see the aftermath of it. Yeah, I mean, Mal'Ganis, he wants to add the undead to the army, but yeah, Arthas is like, yeah, we'll purge the city before that happens. And here we see
much death. I can't believe Arthas could have done this.
Jaina Proudmoore!
Lord Uther?
Ah, Jaina. I thought I might find you here. Where has he gone, girl? Where has Arthas taken the fleet?
He came to me before he left. I pleaded with him not to go. I told him it sounded like a trap.
Where?
Northrend. He's gone to Northrend to hunt Mal'Ganis.
Damn that boy. I've got to inform King Tyrannus. Don't be too hard on yourself, girl. You had nothing to do with this slaughter.
The dead in this land might lie still for the time being, but don't be fooled. Your young prince will find only death in the cold north.
You! Arthas is only doing what he believes is right.
Commendable as that may be, his passions will be his undoing. It falls to you now, young sorceress. You must lead your people west to the ancient lands of Kalimdor. Only there can you combat the shadow and save this world from the flame.
And we later find out that Jaina finally listens to this guy and does lead a number of humans to Kalimdor. But Arthas, unfortunately consumed by vengeance, lets himself get lured to the northern
You can
land of
barely even see the
Northrend.
sun. This howling wind cuts to the bone and you're not even shaking. My lord, are you all right?
Captain, are all my forces accounted for?
Nearly. There are only a few ships that...
Very well. Our first priority is to set up a base camp with proper defenses. There's no telling what's waiting for us out there in the shadows.
So yeah, he is consumed by vengeance and wants to hunt down Mal'Ganis, the demon that you saw back in Stratford. He does run into an old friend, but unfortunately for him, he also finds a cursed blade that leads him right into the arms of the enemy. Let me see if I can show off that cutscene. I think there is a way to do the end of mission cutscenes. Frostmourne, yeah, there we go. Frostmourne is the name of the legendary curse blade.
You lied to your men and betrayed the mercenaries who fought for you. What's happening to you, Arthas? Is vengeance all as important to you?
Oh, spare me, Muradin. You weren't there to see what Mal'Ganis did to my homeland.
The Dark Lord said you would come. This is where your journey ends, boy. Trapped and freezing at the roof of the world, with only death to sing the tale of your doom.
This looks bad. We're completely surrounded.
There's still one chance. Help me claim Frostmourne. If it's as powerful as you said, it might tilt the scales in our favor.
I have a bad feeling about this, lad. But I promised I'd see this through.
Captain, I'll leave you to organize our defense. Let's move out.
Alright, let me find a command here. So while the camp is defending against the waves of undead, he and Muradin and a small group set out to claim the blade. And let me just find the command real quick. I know I knew it before. Ah, all your base are belong to us, that famous meme from a questionable translation. Well, let me see if this triggers the cutscene though. Let's see. Ah, it doesn't trigger the end of mission cutscene. This is the next one after it, the full-on cinematic. So Arthas gets the sword and defeats Mal'Ganis. But it comes at a cost, and we'll see what that cost was. Hang on, I'm gonna restart the cinematic because the menu music was playing over it, so it was a bit erratic. So let's just hear the cinematic itself. There we go, better. Arthas is of course being celebrated because he returned home from Northrend. But nobody seems to heed mind to the obviously evil looking armor with the skulls and the black cloak. And the fact that he seems to be surrounded by some suspicious looking individuals, like the two guys that follow him.
Ah, my son. I knew you would be victorious.
No longer need to sacrifice for your people. You no longer need to bear the weight of your crown.
Nothing new.
I've taken care of everything.
He's a little more blonde than usual, isn't he?
What is this? What are you doing, my son?
Succeeding you, father.
This kingdom shall fall, and from the ashes shall arise a new order that will shake the very foundations of the world.
That is the end of the human campaign, and we move on to the Path of the Damned Scourge campaign. So Arthas, after being a paladin and the force of good, he becomes a Death Knight, and he becomes the very enemy that he has sworn to slay. Tragic fall as always. Let's just see the intro of the chapter 1. There are some interesting lines there.
What trickery is this? Mal'Ganis! I don't know how you survived, but I will...
Calm yourself, Prince Arthas. I am Tichondrius. Like Mal'Ganis, I am a Dreadlord. But I am not your enemy. In truth, I've come to congratulate you.
Congratulate me?
By killing your own father and delivering this land to the Scourge, you have passed your first test. The Lich King is pleased with your...
Lich King is the leader of the undead army.
Yes. I've damned everyone and everything I've ever loved in his name. And I still feel no remorse, no shame, no pity.
The rune blade that you carry was forged by the Lich King and empowered to steal souls. Yours was the first one it claimed.
Then I'll make do without one. What is the Lich King's will?
I'll make do without a soul.
The cult of the damned must be rallied once again. Many of the acolytes have been in hiding amongst the populace. Once you've rallied them, I will give you further instructions.
A fun little fact, Arthas now is riding a horse, you have probably noticed. The horse's name is Invincible. Apparently Invincible was Arthas's faithful steed for a while until, I think it's a she, until she tragically died, and one of his first acts after coming home and, you know, being a Death Knight that can raise the dead was to raise Invincible into undeath. And in World of Warcraft you can actually get Invincible as a mount, as a rare drop of course. Alright, let's go back to the menu. We find out that this army of the damned, the undead, are actually pawns of the Burning Legion, the army of demons who are basically all about corrupting planets and turning or just burning everything down. And here we see a cutscene where some of the masterminds of the Burning Legion are convening. They say it's in the Twisting Nether, like somewhere deep in space, basically.
Is everything proceeding as planned, Tychondrius? Lord Archimonde demands a report on the Scourge.
The Lich King's young Death Knight has been performing well. Almost too well. I begin to wonder if Ner'zhul has ulterior motives for his new champion.
The human means nothing in the long run. Ner'zhul wouldn't dare undermine our efforts now.
Our only concern is that the Scourge accomplishes what it was created to do. Archimonde will have all our heads if we do not keep control of this situation.
Believe me, brother. Neither the Lich King nor his undead lackeys will jeopardize the Legion's return.
See that they do not. Lord Archimonde has little patience for failure.
Fun fact, in the original version, all the Dreadlords looked the same, only their color was different, but here they actually try to make them look different, like they give them sideburns, one of them is fat, so always found that interesting. Okay, so after rallying...
the wondrous, eternal Quel'Thalas. I haven't been here since I was a boy.
Be wary. The elves likely wait in ambush.
The frail elves do not concern me, Necromancer. Our forces are strengthened with every foe we slay.
Don't be too overconfident, Death Knight. The elves must not be taken lightly.
We shall see. Bring forth the prisoner. Where is the entrance to your land, elf?
You will never enter Quel'Thalas, Fallen Prince. The woods themselves protect our borders, and the enchanted elf gates protect our capital.
Your precious gates will not stop me any more than these trees, little elf. Bring up the meat wagons. We'll make
Those
our
are
own
the siege
entrance.
weapons.
The energies of this place are strong. Kill the elves, level their structures. This location is perfect for your base.
It'll be a pleasure.
The undead are advancing. Alert the sentries.
Alright, so after rallying the acolytes from the Cult of the Damned, Arthas recovers the remains of Kel'Thuzad, the guy he has killed back when he was still on the good side, and he sets out on a journey to revive him. And it turns out that someone of Kel'Thuzad's power has to be revived in special places, and one of these special places is conveniently for the army of the undead in the Elven lands. And of course the elves have to be killed and stopped as well in order to make way for the arrival of the Burning Legion. Also on his quest to recover the remains of Kel'Thuzad and get a special urn for it. He got Mochiko-ne-san's voice. Congrats, Dragon. So yeah, Arthas also kills Uther, his former teacher and superior in the Paladin Order. You may have seen how he dismissed him. So yeah, poor Uther dies early on in the Undead campaign. Here we have like a nice little summary of the plan and the overall story of Warcraft 3. The creation of the Scourge and the invasion of the Burning Legion. Kel'Thuzad does eventually return in undead form as a so-called Lich, and here we will see him in his Lich form. He's no longer just a ghost.
So, you're not upset about me killing you that one time?
Love that line.
Don't be foolish. The Lich King told me how our encounter would end.
The Lich King knew that I would kill you?
Of course. He chose you to be his champion long before the Scourge even began.
If he's so all-knowing, then how can the Dreadlords control him like they do?
They are agents of the ones who created our master, the fiery lords of the Burning Legion.
What is this Legion?
It is a vast demonic army that has consumed countless
Real
worlds
enemy.
beyond our own. Now it comes to set this world to the flame. Our master was created to pave the way for its arrival. The Dreadlords were sent to make sure that he succeeded.
So the Plague in Lordaeron, the citadels in Northrend, the slaughtering of the elves, it was all just to prepare for some huge demonic invasion?
Yes. In time, you will find that our entire history has been shaped by the coming conflict. Now come, we have much work to do.
Now we see more of the Legion's plan in this intro cinematic.
Isn't it time you told me about the second phase of the plan, Lich?
Certainly. The first phase of the Lich King's plan was to engineer the Scourge, which would eradicate any group that might resist the Legion's arrival.
Like the forces of Lordaeron and the High Elves.
Exactly. The second phase is to actually summon the Demon Lord, who will spark the invasion.
So where are we going now?
There is a nearby encampment of Blackrock orcs who maintain a functional demon gate. I must use the gate to commune with the Demon Lord and receive his instructions.
Alright, so Kel'Thuzad does that. He receives instructions on where to summon him and how to summon the leader of the Burning Legion here, the Demon Lord Archimand. On his way, Arthas also takes out the wizards of Dalaran, killing including the old guy that we saw in an earlier cinematic who was too stubborn to listen to the prophet. Probably should have listened to him. And finally, he protects Kel'Thuzad as he summons Archimand. He actually has to hold out for 20 minutes. But he succeeds. Like 20 minutes real time. You have to really survive and build up your defenses. But at the end, you are rewarded with another epic cinematic and the destruction of Dalaran. He speaks a demonic language, but I think it's based on a real language. Because there is an official translation in the subtitles. Yeah, that's Archimand. A so-called Eredar. Eredar are the name of the race. Of his race. Yeah, he basically created a miniature of the city, and by interacting with it and destroying the towers there, he destroys the actual city.
Mordanos melar, il amor no falos cada.
So after this tragedy, oh yeah, after he's summoned, Archimon says that okay, the undead scourge has done their job. I will leave the leadership to the Dreadlords. I have no more use to you guys. Make sure they don't go out of line. So Arthas is like, okay, what happens to us now? And Kel'Thuzad like, don't worry, the Lich King has foreseen this and he will figure something out, and we'll see just what that is later on. But we move on after this to the Orcish campaign. The Orcs were much wiser and listened to the prophet Medivh and traveled to the lands of Kalimdor, and here we follow along their trail. And yeah, they arrive in a land that they know nothing about, and they have to make fast friends with some of the locals. They of course do make enemies as well with the Quillboar, basically pigmen, and the Centaur, but they make friends with the Tauren, which are like the Minotaurs of this story. Let me see I believe this shows off, yeah, the Baron Smalgore, Stone Talon Peak.
This land is rugged and beautiful, much like the place from which my people originally come.
Oh yeah, the orcs are aliens in this story.
We Tauren have always held a great respect for the works of the Earth Mother. There are far worse fates than living freely upon the open plains, young Warchief.
Perhaps. But my people deserve a land to call their own, Cairn.
Warchief, we've spotted a herd of marauders bearing down on us.
Cairn, the Kodos are overburdened and must rest. Why don't you remain here and protect the caravan while we search for a suitable oasis?
There's no need to coddle me, boy. I may be old, but I'm not helpless.
I love that he has some of that Sean Connery lisp. So yeah, Tauren makes friends, not Tauren. Thrall makes friends with the Tauren, specifically the Bloodhoof tribe, and their leader Cairn Bloodhoof. And he escorts them to a safe land and starts settling in himself within Kalimdor. Okay. Mission. I must remember not to hit exit game by accident, because then I have to restart everything. So in this interlude, we actually go back to the lands of Lordaeron and see how the invasion of the demons is coming along. Coming along nicely.
Hail, mighty Manaroth. How goes the invasion?
Bah! These frail humans offer no real resistance.
Then the Scourge did its job well, unlike some others I could name.
Do not mock me, Dreadlord. I am aware of the Orcs' failure. When I find them, I will discipline them myself.
Yes, actually, that's why I've come. I thought you might like to know that the Orcs are no longer here.
What? Are you certain?
Certain as ever, Manaroth. My agents, at least, are always dependable. They tell me that the Orcs have landed on Kalimdor.
Kalimdor? But what could they be?
orcs are mine by right, and I will claim them wherever they choose to run. And you are mine, Manaroth. You do well to remember that fact. We will watch the wayward orcs and wait. Despite their failure, they may still prove useful to us.
So this is basically a reference to the previous games, Warcraft 1 and 2. The orcs were also pawns of the demonic legion, the Burning Legion, and they also had, of course, a corrupted wizard that helped them open a gate between the orcish world and the human world, and that's when the orcs were basically sent in to pave the way for the demons, but they failed. First of all, they found out that the so-called mastermind of the invasion was actually a pawn of the demons and got rid of him. And yeah, it's a bit of a complicated story. If you have seen the Warcraft movie, that basically tells you the story of that first attempt and the arrival of the orcs on the world of Azeroth.
War Chief, we've been trudging through this wasteland for a week with nothing to fight but centaurs and pigmen. We need real enemies to test our mettle.
Yes, boredom and the beating sun have put us all on edge. But we must push on. All will be made clear once we meet the Oracle.
As you say, War Chief.
Oh yeah, the orcs are also looking for an oracle.
Humans.
Wretched orcs. How dare you follow us to this land?
Save your breath, human. You needed to scream when I start tearing off your limbs. Loktar warriors! Hellscream needs help!
So yeah, the humans, led by Jaina, also made their way to Kalimdor. And of course, the humans and orcs being ancient enemies, they start clashing against each other soon enough.
For honor.
Let me just clear out this initial wave so that we see the next cinematic. Oh, you have to destroy the entire base. Got it. There we go.
Hellscream, what was this about? And how the hell did these humans get here anyway?
Same way we did, little brother. Apparently, a frail girl named Proudmoore leads them. Her forces have cordoned off the pass that leads to the north.
Well, we must make it through the pass despite her. I'll send our hunters to scout the area while we establish a base. Until then, the humans are not to be touched.
Whatever you say, War Chief.
Not very convincing, right? And of course, yes, he will in fact touch the humans, and not in a friendly way. Okay. Let's see. So after making their way through the humans, Thrall sets out to find the Oracle, and in the meantime he gives Grom, the chieftain of the Warstone clan, another mission, which I believe is this one, to harvest more lumber so that they can create new settlements. And this is where we have the introduction of my favorite race from Warcraft, the Night Elves.
Damn Thrall for sending us away. He chooses to use his greatest warriors for manual labor. He'll be lost without me.
Chieftain, there's something strange about these woods. It's too quiet. Almost like we're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all afraid of spirits now? There is nothing here but ancient trees and shadow.
You hear that? This place is haunted. I fear no living enemy, but my axe cannot cleave fleshless spirits.
Still your tongue and get to work. The war chief's new settlement will require a great deal of lumber. This section of forest must be cleared.
Okay, so let me just clear a little more of this mission. Because soon we will have our first fight with the Night Elves.
Finally. I'll consider it. Whatever you say. Let none survive!
Yeah, the Night Elves have these worker units called the Wisps. They also harvest lumber. But they don't cut the trees down, they just circle around them.
Whatever you say.
Let's see, the first attack wave should arrive soon. Oh, there they are.
Chieftain, we're under attack!
You were right, sisters. These green-skinned brutes have no respect for life. Slay them in Elun's name.
Women! They're women!
Yes, they almost
look like elves. But they're
far
too tall and far too savage. So yeah, lore-wise, the Night Elves were the original elves, but some of them during the Sundering of the World. So there was once a single continent, but then, of course, demon stuff happened and the planet almost exploded and the land was split into multiple smaller continents. And the two big ones are, of course, Kalimdor in the west and the Eastern Kingdoms towards the east. And some of the elves actually long ago went away from the land of Kalimdor and settled in the eastern continent, and they gradually lost their nocturnal lifestyle and their skin became lighter as well, so they later on became the so-called High Elves. The elves that we saw in the Undead campaign, actually. Okay. Quit mission. Let's watch the next interlude. So Manoroth is, to give you a bit of context, he's the one who made a blood pact with the orcs. So the orcs were pretty disparate tribes, like they weren't united at all, but unfortunately they united under the wrong banner. They were manipulated to drinking demon blood, which would basically symbolize their unity. Like all of the chieftains drank the blood of Manoroth, and that basically united them under one banner, and then they proceeded with the invasion of Azeroth. And even though the orcs later were no longer pawns of the Burning Legion, the demons, the Manarot still has a bond with them, so to speak, and here we see how he will exploit that. Yeah, the bear people are called the Furbolgs.
Ashenvale Forest. After 10,000 years, I still recognize this cursed place. This is the veil of our ancient enemy, the Night Elves demigod, Cenarius.
Yes. Lord Archimon demands that Cenarius be destroyed before we launch the invasion of Kalimdor.
I would relish the chance to face him again.
Yeah, he
in
rotted
combat.
fast.
But he is crafty and rarely appears in the open.
Fateful as it sounds, your pet orcs have recently despoiled these forest lands and incurred his wrath. Lord Archimond and I believe that the orcs are capable of killing Cenarius for us.
They would have little chance against Cenarius. If memory serves, his powers were quite formidable.
Yes, but so are yours. The blood pact that you made with the orcs
Yeah, the
long
blood
ago
pact.
still binds them to you. You need only recharge their energies.
Just what are you suggesting, Dreadlord?
Spill your burning blood into this pool. Its corruption will lure the orcs to it. And once they've tasted your blood again, they will be unstoppable.
Yeah, that's an enchanted fountain of healing. Of course, Manarot corrupts it. What a laughter. But yeah, also fun fact, a lot of the orcs are green-skinned because of the corruption, the radiation from the demon's so-called foul magic. The orcs were originally like brown, black-skinned, all different kind of shades, but they became green because of the radiation, so to speak, of the demonic magic. Yeah, it must have been a deep cut. So, yeah, the tribe of...
Who dares defile this ancient land?
There's
Who
Cenarius.
dares the wrath of Cenarius and the Night Elves? Let battle be joined. The forest is coming alive! We're under attack! It's under attack!
So yeah, Grom Healthcream and his people continue to harvest lumber, but of course that incurs the wrath of the Night Elves and their demigod Cenarius. And during this mission, the orcs, just like the demons predicted, find the corrupted pool. They become crazy again and end up killing Cenarius. But by doing that, they also become pawns of the demons once more. Oh, not end game. Oh, but yes, end game, just not exit game. Quit mission. So in the meantime, Troll and Cairn do manage to arrive at Stone Talon Peak, where they finally meet the Oracle. Let me just see this. I forgot what's at the beginning of the mission. I know at the end it is revealed that the Oracle is actually the same guy, the Prophet, and he explains why he wanted
The
people
path
there.
cuts off in different directions.
Either of those caverns could stretch for miles. Perhaps we should split up.
Very well. Be careful, young one. There's no telling what ancient creatures lie within the mountain's depths.
I will, Cairn. Good luck.
Okay, so here, yeah, this is the Warcraft game. While it is essentially base building, real-time strategy, some of the missions are in fact simply exploration, what it's colloquially called a no-build mission, where you just go around with units that you have and your hero and try to clear the map. Thrall, of course, with the help of Cairn, does end up finding the Oracle, but he also finds out that the one that he considered his brother, if not by blood then by allegiance, Thrall Hellscream, he betrayed the orcs, drinking the blood of Menoroth again and turning to their side. But for the first time ever, the orcs and humans start working together, and they, with the help of Jaina, Thrall manages to eventually purge the corruption from Grom Hellscream and his tribe, and together Thrall and Grom set out to defeat Menoroth and free their people from the influence of the Burning Legion once and for all.
So predictable. I knew you would come. And I see you brought the mighty Hellscream. His blood is mine. As is your whole misbegotten race.
Not even a scratch.
A worthy effort, but futile.
Thrall already knocked out.
The boy believed you could be saved. But he didn't know what burns within your soul. Within your heart, you know we are the same.
Or Grom got singed a bit. More than a bit, actually.
Thrall,
veins. I have freed myself.
No, old friend. You've freed us all.
And that was the end of the Orcish campaign. But then, of course, we continue with the final campaign, and with this we have arrived also to the main event of the night. The Night Elf campaign. So, the main reason, we're not gonna see the whole of the story, and I don't want to spoil it if you want to play the game and maybe experience it for yourself, but the idea is that the main reason why the Prophet wanted to gather people in Kelimdor is because that's where the Night Elves are and the World Tree that you see. And the Night Elves are actually ancient enemies of the demons. Like, the demons tried to invade. It was actually referenced in one of the cutscenes, if you remember, that they tried to invade 10,000 years ago, but failed once more. And the master plan of the Prophet was to rally the Night Elves, the humans, and orcs together in order to defeat the Legion once and for all. But of course, the Night Elves are very protective of their land, and they will not just allow strangers to walk in and defile their land. So enemies at the gate. With the heroic sacrifice of Gromashal screamed, the Pit Lord Meneroth was slain, and the demon curse that had plagued the orcs was put to an end. However, the combined human and orc forces have moved deeper into Ashenvale Forest to ascertain whether a demonic threat still lingers in the land. Spoiler alert, it does. Thrawn the Whisperwind, the leader of the Night Elf Sentinels, believes that the Outlanders will bring only doom to her enchanted homeland. This mission I will actually play through to the end. Maybe even the next one if we have time.
But you've been staring out across Ashenvale for hours.
I sense something dark stirring within the forest, Chandris. It feels as if it's heading this way.
The greenskins who killed Cenarius?
Perhaps. Perhaps something more.
Put your backs into it. Jaina and the Orc War Chief expect this base to be built swiftly.
No problem.
Ah, we shouldn't even be here. Or siding with the orcs.
We're here to hunt the remaining demons, human. You're lucky our goals are the same.
All right, you men. Mind your business. Back to work.
So, these orcs and humans presume to run rampant through our lands? They will regret ever stepping foot into Ashenvale. We will establish a base and deal with these outlanders as they deserve.
I love the raspiness in her voice. And of course she's also badass. I mean, she's riding a tiger as a mount. Okay, so here we learn about how the Night Elf race actually works.
The Tree of Life is the heart of our Night Elf villages. Use the tree's ability to entangle the gold mine. After entangling the mine, send wisps in to extract gold.
Until that happens, I can send the wisp actually to start harvesting lumber.
Wisps are friendly spirits that harvest gold and lumber for our villages. They also create the structures that allow us to train more warriors.
Also, each race has like a different background music, and Night Elves are one of my favorites, of course. Okay, mine is almost entangled. Then we can start training more
Insufficient
wisps.
gold. Your building is complete.
Okay, let's send one wisp here and 4 others as well. Actually, 3 others. I will... Yeah, I think 1 other and then 1 more to fill out the mine. You can have a maximum of 5 in there. Then, of course, I want to send a few... Actually, maybe I should only train 1 more
are the
wisp.
source of our nourishment and strength. You can build additional moonwells to nourish more troops.
Alright. I'm right on it, Tyrande. Well, coming up. You see this thing here, the supply. Basically, if I hit the maximum, I can no longer train any units. So that is why we need to build more moon wells. Do you know what? While the wisp is building that moon well, I can train another one to harvest more lumber, because I will need plenty of it later.
To train more troops, construct an ancient of war.
I will do that in just a moment. First, I also love the animations of... So some races like orcs and humans, you see the workers running back and forth between the base, but wisps and also the undeads, they are just... yeah, they are just heads basically. They are, but they are the spirits of the Night Elves, in essence. Okay, Ancient of War. In the meantime, I can start exploring a bit with my hero and Chandris. Quack quack. I know there are, because I've played this before, I know there are some 3 units over here.
I stand ready.
I stand ready.
Say no more.
The main troops of the Night Elves, the archers.
All too easy. Fair enough.
Wanna be prepared in case I get attacked, and I will be attacked soon, I know it. Alright, let me train 2 more wisps actually. One I will send to harvest lumber, and another one to keep on building. Sometimes, for some buildings, the wisps are actually consumed, like they turn into the building, so you will need to make more.
Complete.
Okay, and now we can actually start training archers. The mission currently is to train 5, but we will need a whole lot more in order to take down the enemy base. This is just for the tutorial, like to teach you how to do the whole army building.
I stand ready.
Oh, create more moon wells, of course. First I need to train a wisp then. And that wisp will... Ah, I forgot, I meant to send one of the wisps out rather than to the trees. But you know what, it's fine, I do need the lumber. Okay.
Create more moonwells.
Yes, create more moon wells. There we go. In the meantime, I know there's a side quest somewhere over here.
Immediately, as the goddess wills.
We are preparing to leave this place, priestess. There is a terrible evil corrupting these lands, and I will not allow it to consume my people. Unfortunately, we cannot leave until the rest of our tribe has been accounted for.
Do not fear, Old One. I will find your tribesmen and lead them back to you.
Thank you, Priestess. We will reward you when you return.
Yeah, so there's another side mission to locate the missing furbolgs.
By Elune. Your building is complete.
Okay, let me make another one of these. Now I can also train another wisp that will become my second Ancient of War. A good idea with all of these is army building, army raising buildings that you make multiple so that you can train multiple units at the same time. So that's why I will make a second Ancient of War. Trust me, I have tried it multiple times with just 5 archers, and plus the 3 that you find at the top, it's not enough. This is a combined human and orcish base, and they are pretty good at defending
Your building is complete.
Plus they have a paladin that is higher level
ready.
than most. We shall see. Also, the side quest will give me some additional units, so I'll do that. But for the time being, I will train the required troops.
The
I can
goddess
also
calls.
press
I stand
Control
ready.
1. If I press Control 1, I believe that creates a
Waiting
control
on you.
loop, and then, yeah, if I just press the number 1 key, I immediately select all my units again. Okay.
Your building is complete.
Alright, now I select both Ancient Support. As you can see, now multiple archers are being trained at the same time. Let me also make another moon well to make sure that I have enough supply. And
The goddess calls.
okay. Once this set of archers is trained, yeah, I complete the mission, and I will wait for 2 more, and then I will set out. But I will start building more archers, because the humans and the orcs do send
I stand
attack
ready.
waves occasionally to take down my base.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Point the way.
Okay, Control
As
1.
the goddess wills.
And you guys can also make some more archers here, please. And you... Oh, yeah, this wisp already created a moonwell, but I will ask him to, or
Your
her,
building is complete.
to make another one. Oh, the mission is to slay the
I stand
paladin, so
ready.
you technically don't need to take down the entire base, you just need to kill the enemy hero. But
I heed the voice of Elune.
it won't be
So
exactly
be it.
easy. Let's see. First we shall find the remaining furbolgs.
Immediately.
I stand ready.
By Elune.
Ah, there's 2 over here. Very good.
So be it.
Ah, this is actually the starting area where Miranda was looking down
As the goddess wills.
at the valley. Okay.
By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Let's
Your
train
building is
some more archers.
Ashrathoraman. Immediately.
Oh, and here's the first
So be
attack wave. Filthy humans.
I stand ready.
By Elune.
Okay, let me actually return here quickly. Another nice thing about Moonvas is that they can heal your units when you walk near them.
Someone threatens the wilds.
And restore your
I
mana
I stand
too.
ready.
As the
Okay.
goddess wills.
Let me start adventuring. while the rest of the archers defend my base.
As the goddess wills. By Elune.
Oh, this icon here, I believe, notes another gold mine. So you, and of course, especially in PvP, it's a good idea to make a secondary base and harvest even more resources. I'm playing on the normal difficulty, but I believe in hard difficulties you do actually need some additional bases to defeat them. If I remember correctly, there's also a path through the water here. Yes, there is. Okay.
To arms!
Here you find the smaller human camp.
So be it.
On your mark.
Let me retreat this archer. She's getting a bit low. These early Night Elf units are pretty good when it comes to damage, but unfortunately they're not very tanky. Except for the hero, of course. Also, it's a good idea to try and destroy buildings or barricades and crates, because sometimes you find items in them. I think this is actually one of the paths towards the base, so I don't want to go too far yet. Yeah, this is one of the entrances, but
immediately.
We'll turn around for now.
Immediately. By Elune.
Where are those furbolgs?
In the name of Cenarius.
Thought there were some over here as well.
So be it.
Oh, there you go.
In the name of Cenarius.
As
Found another two. Oh, and this place had a ring of protection +1. Good.
Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it.
I remember that, yeah, there's the fountain. If you stand near it, you can heal up. Okay, it looks like there's also another mini encampment.
Immediately.
Like this red icon signifies enemy building.
Induli Refa. Okalamdor. So be it.
All orcs, this is for Cenarius.
Anudora. Anudora.
But yeah, this is a third gold mine, so if you really wanted to, you can totally make a third base here. Third base. But I think if I go down here and then further north, I will find the remaining furbolgs. I know some of them are actually captured by the
goddess wills.
Humans and orcs.
By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills.
Ah, the human expedition. They have griffin riders, but I have archers, I can shoot them down. Oh, and actually leveled up my hero and unlocked a new ability. I will activate True Shot Aura. This is a passive, but it buffs my entire army, because it increases range damage of units, and just so happens that right now we have only ranged units.
Anudora. In the name of Cenarius.
Sorry, peasants, you have to go.
Immediately.
Ooh, that sounded brutal.
As the goddess wills.
we can't show mercy to these invaders, right?
For Kalimdor.
Oh yeah, there's a furball, indeed. Okay, Archer, you're not a tank, so you probably should retreat a bit.
Cry havoc.
I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune.
Nice, 3 more
In
over
the
here.
name of Cenarius.
You can actually destroy the old homes of the furbolgs if we want to maybe find a secret item, but this didn't have any secret items.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh, look at that, the base is under attack, but I came prepared. I have plenty of archers around. Oh, looks like another attack wave is... It's not an attack wave, but there are some more orcs over here. The Wyvern Riders or Wind Riders.
Anudora. For Kalimdor.
This is another secondary base that you can take down. I think there's also some furbolgs here.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Oh, dwarves are attacking. Silly dwarves.
Point the way. Say no more.
I will retreat them towards the Moonwells if necessary.
Point the way. Your move. Fair enough. Say no more.
To pull this one back. This is called microing in RTS games. It's not the best. I'm not the best at it, but I try my best. Oh,
the goddess
I didn't mean to select this team. I wanted to go over here actually. Okay, you are actually group number 2 over here. Heal up.
Fair enough.
Keep defending while I explore.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Should be something in these crates. They wouldn't have put this many over here otherwise. Oh, there's nothing actually. It was just bait.
Immediately.
I see. But yeah, this is, I believe, also very close to an entrance. Oh, Furbolg. Furbolg over here.
As the goddess wills.
So that leaves...
So be it.
Just 2 more.
By Elune.
I want to complete that quest before I move in for the kill.
As the goddess wills.
Because it's totally worth the trouble.
Immediately.
Let me heal up a bit at the Fountain of Health too. Okay, let me think. Where could the rest be? What parts did I not explore? I forgot that Granda can summon a scout, like an owl, that will look around the map. So while she's healing up, the owl can locate the furbolgs for me.
Our gold mine is running low.
Ah, gold mine's actually running low. I mean, I have a big surplus right now anyway. Sometimes there are secret areas and Easter eggs that you can find around the map, so that's another reason to scout around. Yeah, I got the furbolgs from this camp already. Scout is limited time, so I think I need to, yep, I need to summon another one.
Someone threatens the wilds?
Actually, let's go south with this one, because I feel like I missed some furbolgs over here. Let's look at this side. Oh, yeah, I was correct. There's 2 furbolgs over here. Excellent.
Ashrathoraman.
While I send Tyrande over there, let's keep on scouting and unveil the full map. Yeah, I already rallied these guys. What's over here? Yeah, there's the second gold mine. Okay. Scout is gone, but I can summon them again. Let me see what's here at the top. In the meantime, I will send Tyranda's group back to the furbolgs.
Waiting on you.
Okay, and soon the second group will be complete. Because there is a pretty nice reward for your efforts of locating all the furbolgs.
All too easy.
Actually, yeah, you guys can... No, never mind. Stay behind a bit and defend the base just
Many
in
thanks,
case.
priestess. Now we can evacuate the village. Please accept the aid of our champion. He will protect your life with his own.
Your offer is a generous one. May Elune light your path to safety. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds?
So as a reward, you actually get some furbolgs in your army. Now, normally you cannot build or control furbolgs, but during this campaign mission you can. So you get a furbolg champion and 2 regular furbolgs, and
on your mark. Point the way.
Just so happens that I have exactly...
Done.
Not exactly. I have 4 open slots, so let's add the furbolgs here. Control group 2, and yeah, these guys will be my tanks. Basically, I will send them to the front before I send in Tyrande and the archers. Okay, the gold mine has been exhausted, but that's fine, I no longer need it. A fun thing about the Night Elf buildings that they can uproot because they are ancient trees, and they can eat trees in order to regain their health. Watch this. Of course they are a bit slow, but that's quite alright. There you go. Enjoy.
Ashrathoraman.
Alright, I think we are as ready as we can be. Let's get rid of these humans real quick.
Someone threatens the wild?
Let me also, because I forgot to actually scout this northwestern part of the map.
Ashrathoraman. By Elune.
Waiting on you.
Let me first heal up
Waiting on
the...
Someone threatens the wilds?
I will heal up first at the fountain before actually moving. Let's see what's over here. Nice little waterfall. Some more stacks. Oh, there were some furbolgs here as well. Okay. Well, these are just extras at this point. Apparently there's more than 10 that you can find. I will summon probably one more scout so that I can actually take a look at the enemy base.
The goddess calls.
Some of my archers do need to heal up anyway. think the... Oh, it's invulnerable, so they can't shoot it down, fortunately. Okay, good.
Your
That's
move.
good, okay. Group number 2 is healed up.
All too easy. Say
Move
no
them
more.
over here.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Group number 1. Well, you have
As the goddess
one
wills.
archer that is seriously wounded, so wait here for a bit. Okay, so yeah, they have a level 6 paladin. They have both orcish and human units, and seems like they keep on building them. And keep sending them against me. So where should I strike from? I guess from this side. Okay.
Someone
On your
tames the
mark.
wilds.
Let's go. We waited
So be
long
it.
enough.
Point the way.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Your move. Fair enough.
Ashra Thoraman.
Waiting on you. All too easy.
The goddess calls. Immediately.
On your mark.
Ashra Thoraman.
To activate my scroll of protection to give some extra armor. Okay, seems like I haven't aggroed the paladin yet, but
Okalamdor.
soon enough.
Bandu Thoribas mortals. You will pay for defiling these lands.
Paladins unfortunately can become invulnerable for a while. So while he has this glowing shield, I can't do anything against him. But I can do something against the army.
Okalamdor.
Point the way. I'll give it a shot.
Someone tames the wild.
Okay, perhaps I could go against the paladin because we do need to kill him. Oh, he's currently invulnerable. I also don't have enough siege units to quickly deal with the buildings, so they will keep on spawning more groups. At least we can take down the barracks. Oh, the Furbog's almost dead, and I'm losing more and more archers, so let's take down the paladin quick. Like the mission has asked us. Oh! He's cheating again and becoming invulnerable, but let's defeat his allies.
On your mark. Fire.
Someone tames the wild.
Okay, time to end this. Poor Duke Lionheart. He just wanted to... He was stuck with a very bad job of trying to keep order in a camp of former enemies.
Elune gives me strength.
And then he died. And then the demons finally invade.
It's the undead! Defend yourselves!
They must have followed us from Lordaeron.
Come save us. The dead advance in waves.
We are no match for a force this fast. Quickly, my sisters, back to the trees.
Yeah, the Undead Scourge and the Burning Legion themselves invade the forest, and the Night Elves must retreat for now. Daughters of the Moon. We'll watch this cinematic, then I'll give a little more recap and then call it a night.
The undead are tireless. There's no way to outrun them.
You see, Lord Archimond, we need not fear the Night Elves. The Scourge can...
Archimond, after 10,000 years, how is it possible?
The Legion has returned to consume this world, woman. And this time, your troublesome race will not stop us.
Oh, poor Archer.
Fools! You let her slip away! Find her, damn you! Find her and kill her!
This is a little trick that Night Elves
The day
can
we have
do.
long feared has finally come.
The Shadow
The
Meld.
Burning Legion has returned.
At night
I
time
must
they can
cross the
become
river and
invisible,
warn the rest of my
basically.
sisters before all is lost.
But they cannot move while Shadow Melding or attack, otherwise they are revealed. So this is basically a stealth mission, where you have to slowly escape.
So be it.
These damn Night Elves cannot escape us. Lord Archimond wants them found.
As the goddess wills.
So yeah, you hit the I key to hide, and that basically avoids detection and also takes you out
They
of
must
combat.
avoid being seen. By Elune. Immediately.
Lord Archimond wishes us to corrupt this forest, and we shall.
Oh, you can actually gain some items from here.
So be it.
Didn't notice this the first time, but yeah, there's the Doom Guard at it, so I have to be like quick.
As the goddess wills.
Oh. The annoying thing about the Doom Guards is that they can actually slow you with their cripple ability. So that makes escaping very difficult.
By Elune.
Okay, let me get the claws of attack. Ouch, ouch, okay. Oh crap, hang on. Okay, he moved away. That guy moved away as well. Guess I'll just have to run and Shadow Meld again. Yeah, I think I'm out of his visual range. No, I'm not. Okay. Take some time to master the whole art of Shadow Melding.
Immediately. Immediately. By Elune.
Oh crap, I got crippled again.
As the goddess
I don't even know
wills.
if I'm going the right way. Okay, let's drop out of combat for now.
So be it. Immediately.
Oh, I think
By
this is a
Elune.
dead end.
So be it.
Should probably use my owl to scout ahead.
The goddess calls.
But yeah, the idea here is that you have to escape the Doom Guards and head back to your base and rally the surviving Night Elves. All at the same, all while the undead and the demons are advancing. Oh yeah, this was the path. This is where you needed to go, actually. Okay. So, that is it for now. Let me actually, you know what? All your base are belong to us. Let's just look at the next cinematic, because I don't remember exactly what's after this. The Awakening of Storm Rage. Right, so Tyrande, realizing that their ancient enemy has returned, decides to awaken the druids.
With Cenarius dead, it falls to us to awaken the druids. We must recover the demigod's horn from the sacred Moonglade Isle. Only its clarion call can awaken the druids from their slumber.
But, Priestess, the orcs have established a crude settlement upon the Isle. We'll need to fight our way through them to reach Cenarius' horn.
Priestess Charonda, thank Elune we found you. The undead are advancing upon the nearby barrow dens. The dens seem abandoned, but...
There is one druid sleeping within them, sister. He is the wisest and most powerful of all the druids. He must be warned that the Legion has returned.
Then we'd better hurry. If the undead overtake his den before he's awakened...
Let us make haste, my sisters.
This is actually a pretty interesting mission because it is a race against time, but it's not really time, but more like it counts like how many trees are still there to protect the barrow dens before it's being attacked by the enemy. And unfortunately, I don't think there's a way you can actually invade the... I think there's no real path to reach the undead that are attacking the trees. So yeah.
What is nature's call?
Oh, the
Is there
Dryads are
trouble?
here.
I'm game.
A new unit. They are basically
Making
like...
trails.
They have a lower body of a fawn and the upper body of a night elf. I think they are pretty
For the
true
trees.
to D&D lore. But anyway. Let me actually call it here because it's getting pretty late and... Well, I don't need to get up early tomorrow, but I need my sleep still. Let me quit. So yeah, eventually the Night Elves awaken all of their sleeping guardians and begrudgingly team up with the humans and the orcs and take down the Burning Legion at the end. And then we see the aftermath of all that in the Frozen Throne campaigns. Terror of the Tides. This time the first campaign, the first chapter is of the Night Elves, then the Blood Elves, which are actually like a subsection of the Human Alliance units. Then we see what happened to the Undead Army after the Legion's defeat, the Scourge campaign, and this was actually meant to be a bonus campaign. Yeah, it is a bonus campaign that I remember I first played only the first chapter of it because it wasn't all released, but later on they released chapters 2 and 3. I believe they were in a rush to finish the Frozen Throne story, so they couldn't have a proper orcish campaign, so they had just the so-called bonus campaign to it, but it ended up being pretty good, even though it was released later on. Okay, let me see. Is there someone online I can raid right now, perhaps? To send some love to? Rather not explore too much, I'll just find someone I already know. Oh, Katsu is online and looks like she started. She's a good old fox girl. Yeah, she's a fox like myself. So let's head her way, and of course I will need to go soon afterwards because I need to get my sleep, but let's start the raid. And remember, we have our raid message if you wish to say hello, or if you're subscribed you can use the special raid message with the special emote. But once again, oh, I messed that up. Raid sub. thank you all for tuning in today. Thank you, Neo, for the raid. I know you're probably asleep already, but I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you. And remember to also take care of yourselves and love each other. Oh, hello, Yui. Thank you for being there as well. And yeah, I'll see you next time with more Warcraft, but this time the World of Warcraft tomorrow.